This is the one truck Ram can't compete with, and I'll show you why here in a second. I borrowed it from Larry H. Miller Super Ford here in Salt Lake City. This truck is available for sale. Be sure to ask for Tim Powell. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys see options and features on this build. At the very top is a description with the colors and a short listing of the standard equipment. And here are all the options. So this truck has the standard output power stroke for $10,495. It also has a 331 locker for $430. STX appearance package is added onto this XL trim for $5,115. And it has a lot of nice features. Platform running board $445, engine block heater, 120 volt power plug $175, trailer brake controller $300, and then upfitter switches for $165. Base price is $52,100, and with destination at $1,995, you have a total price of $70,410. I've said it in the past, and I'll say it again. This is the new middle class truck. These have gotten so expensive, basically $71,000 for a XL with an appearance package. 70 grand, insane. But you have to understand, you get a lot for the money. So on the front end, premium lighting, so high and low beam LED, including the daytime running lights, turn signals, and fog lights. You see there, painted bumpers. The only thing really missing on the front end is front parking sensors, but you still have a camera right here, which means it's gonna have 360 camera view. Black recovery hooks, decent design on the grill too. They do stamp Super Duty on the hood. And here's a quick peek at the suspension. Solid front axle, 4-wheel drive. They do provide a fabric material for the liner. And then here are the tires. These are the Bridgestone Dueler ATs, and they're not too aggressive, but they look good. 275/70/18, so 18-inch wheel. And this is basically 33.2 inches tall, 10.8 inches wide. So pretty meaty tire. I have seen some guys switch these off with some 35s, and man, they look so good. Side view, this does have that long bed, which means it's going to have the 48-gallon fuel tank. That is a good looking truck. I don't care what anyone says. Those steps on the side of the bed make it look a lot better with the longer bed, for sure. Now on the mirrors, no paint, but they still give you the lights right here. STX badge, F250, and you have a camera right there. No puddle lights, however. And you have blind spot monitoring. So you get a lot of nice features. Black door handles where you're badging. And then there's those platform running boards. Now this truck, I don't think this truck had the STX, or excuse me, the FX4 package. So you don't have any skid plates for those fuel tanks, which I would definitely want. No liner out back. And this truck doesn't have the overloads too. I couldn't tell you the last time I saw an F250 without them. I mean, they all typically come with them when you get that Payload upgrade package. Now, on the taillights, you have a mixture of incandescent bulbs and LED bulbs. Rear parking sensors are part of this truck. You have a Class 5 hitch. There is a backup camera. They also provide a 7 and 4 pin. This is not assisted, but you still have bed lights, and you have bed view camera, no sliding glass, no tint, but that is available, and they do give you tie downs, 4 in total, and then you have those 4 in total. Okay. Just below, you saw that this truck had a 331 with a locker. You can get a 355, and Bridgestone Dueler tire with a Steely. And then here's a side view of the truck. This is really nice, for sure. This is actually the first time I'm filming a standard output power stroke. Every truck that I've filmed so far this year that has had the diesel has had the high output. The first year of this truck, I saw nothing but standard output power strokes. And then the second year, it was kind of a mix between the two, but more high output power strokes. And now for 2025, it's mostly just high outputs. But with this truck, you save the couple $1,000s you have to spend for that engine, and 475 horsepower, that's pretty good. I would say it's pretty good. 1,050 pound-feet of torque is beating GM right now. And so all that power goes to a 10-speed transmission. I will say the cooling is better on the high output, and compression is going to be higher for this engine. But this one gets the job done. It's bulletproof. They've had it now for what, 5 years, because they got it introduced in 2020. And they did do some minor updates to the engine when they did do the redesign for this truck. Let's go ahead and check out the interior. When you take a look on the inside of this truck, it does remind you of a work truck for sure. And that's really because of the gray down below here. But you do have some soft touch here. But most of this door is finished in hard plastic. Great accent. Auto up and down for just the front windows. You don't have power folding mirrors. You don't have power sliding for tow mode. All that stuff has to get added on the higher trims. And you don't have a power seat. So yes, you have to use your hand in your back to push that seat back. But you still have lumbar support manually. And let's see. Do you still have tilt and telescoping? You sure do. Tilt and telescoping, automatic headlights, electronic parking brake, grab handle on both sides too. Now this steering wheel, this is probably why I would probably skip this truck, because I hate vinyl steering wheels. I just don't like the way they feel in my hands. So yes, I would either upgrade that, or maybe Ford should just give that to the middle class, since this truck is all we can afford now. Let's go and check out the passenger side. No lumbar support. The only thing I would like to see is for the seats to be able to go up and down, at least on the driver's side. Open storage. It just says Ford in there. Sometimes it says something else. Maybe the F-150. Maybe I'm thinking about that truck. But yeah, if you want to use these trucks for a bed camper, you have to get that certification. It's 160 bucks from the factory. I think that every truck should get ordered that way, especially the dualies. But 12 volt, 120 volt with 400 watts of power, all hard plastics. But like I said, grab handle on both sides. Out back, here's the door. They still give you soft touch here, so when your arm's resting, it doesn't get uncomfortable over time. Cup holder, no seat back pockets, and they give you two Type-C USBs, a 12 volt right there. Also, you have cup holders. Flat floor surface, and you don't have any storage. Here's your inverter for your power. 60/40 bench. Ram doesn't give you a 60/40 bench on the Tradesman. And the other thing, Ram doesn't give you a nice package like this, like they do actually only have tons of the Rams. Well, for the Tradesman, they have a sport appearance, but they don't have something to compete with this for the heavy duty and super duty segment. So let's go ahead and jump back over to the driver's seat. On the Fords, they still make you use a key. So yes, you have to use a key to start the truck up still. Not too excited about that, but not a big deal. Now, they do give you an 8-inch screen here, and you also have a screen over here. Gotta get rid of all those menus. So on this one, they give you a lot of nice information. Here's something that GM doesn't give you. Let me show it to you real quickly. They don't give you this. So you have all your temperatures in one spot. Love this. Also, page 2 shows you battery voltage, turbo boost, engine brake. You also have a turbo boost up there too, which is nice. And you have something for your emissions crap. So diesel particulate filter and DEF level. Keep going down, they have a calm screen with nothing on it. You can see the compass and the outside temperature. Shows the mileage on the truck too. Here's some of your trip information. Fuel economy. And then back to the measurements there. Now on this screen, they do have not only a backup camera, but you have 360 camera view. Now it's on the smaller screen, right? And that does kind of suck, but it's pretty clear. I mean, there is a little protector on there, so you can see how much clearer it is when you move it. And if you want to see on the side of the truck, if you're parking, it allows you to do so. You can see out back too. It has the backup lines that move with the steering wheel. Same thing on this side too. If you want full screen, you can do that as well. Like for if you want to see full screen for backup, you can. That's what I was talking about. And here's that camera view. If you're hooking up a trailer, also as I said, actually no, this is the auxiliary camera. Excuse me. And then here is the bed view camera. So that's nice that they give that to you. I like the fact that you have that if you're hooking up a trailer or if you're wanting to check on your stuff out there. Dual stage exhaust, so it does comes on as on, and then it says automatic. Single climate control, you have some of your audio controls right there. To the left is your trailer brake. You have multiple drive modes, so they say eco, tow haul, normal, slippery, and then off-road. So you have 5 drive modes. This does have the optional locker. Still no 4-wheel drive auto, which I like to see. 2 USBs, 12-volt power plug right there. And if you need an extra person with you, this does go up. A little bit of storage down below. Now this storage below the seat is lockable too, so if you have a gun or something like that you need to leave in the truck, you can lock that for sure. And then a little spot right here for your phone to sit, and a little bit of storage. Just above you can see all your auxiliary switches right here. I like how they go orange when they're on too, that way you know that. Place for your sunshades, LED interior lights. No home link, that's the only thing that's missing. No mirror on this side, but you do have one on that side. And that's pretty much all I want to show you guys. You obviously have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto wirelessly too on this screen here. And even though this is a more basic truck, this is still a nice truck. I think that for the money, you can't beat an STX package for it. I mean, this truck is insane, especially after you see the Payload for an F250. Let's check it out. Gross axle weight rating out front is going to be 5,600 pounds. The rear is 6,340 pounds. Gross vehicle weight rating is going to be 10,600 pounds. Wheels are 18 by 8 wide and the axle code 3H, which is at 331 with the locker. All-in payload is 2,899 pounds, 60 psi out front, 65 in the rear. So that might seem low, but remember, this truck does have quite a bit of options. Has running boards, things like that, and it has a 48-gallon fuel tank. So when you take that into consideration, that's a lot of fuel. And the GVWR is only 10,600 pounds. It does go higher than that. I believe it goes up to 11,000 on these. Actually, it would go up to 11,400 for these trucks. So 800 pounds of it's missing on this truck. So yes, and that's simply because the fact that it doesn't have the overloads too. So do some research on what you need, because there might be a package that you can buy. I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but there is a package that will upgrade that GVWR for this truck and give you over 3,000 pounds of payload. But I hope you guys liked the video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Make sure your notifications are on. See you guys soon.